Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about business analyst and the expectations from them to be a programmer. So if you search for a business analyst, you will see a stock of photos of people pointing at complex code on screens. It makes it look like you need some highly qualified technical degree just to get through the door. But here's the truth. Business analysts, they are not programmers. Today, we are ending that confusion. I'm going to explain you why BAs they don't write code and why they are still the most important bridge in any company. The business analyst they act as bridge between the people who have a problem and the people who build the solution. I mean, just think about it. Stakeholders they often speak in wants. Maybe they want more sales or maybe they want a more prettier app, and developers they speak in constraints, APIs, databases, algorithms, etc. And if these two groups even talk directly, just imagine things are sure get to lost in translation. Your job as a business analyst is to extract that requirement. You take that vague, I want more sales, and turn it into a more detailed user story that a developer can actually build. When the stakeholders say we need better experience, that's too vague for developer. The BA, they translate this information. They ask clarifying questions and they turn these vague ideas into specific requirements. Like maybe enable our customers to save more time across devices. Maybe we can do that through a one click reorder or maybe provide a real time inventory availability. Now, developers know exactly what to build. So if you are not coding, what exactly are you doing as a business analyst? Well, there's elicitation. You are in workshops and interviews all the time, digging for the why behind a project. You always work with business problems, identify the stakeholder needs, and then solution. Then there's also process mapping. So business analysts, they use tools like BPMN diagrams, flowcharts, and process maps to visualize how the data flows through a business. They tend to identify the bottlenecks and find inefficiencies and opportunities for improvement. Then there's also documentation. They write business requirements, which is very important so everyone are on the same page. In agile environments, they actually write user stories. The programmers or the developers, they read these documents to understand what exactly needs to be built. Without good requirements, we often build solution which is quite wrong and that wastes time and money. And finally, there's validation. Testing the final product to make sure it actually solves the original business problem. The business analyst, they test whether the solution is it solving the business need, does it meet the requirements, and does it actually deliver value? And how will the users are actually going to use that particular product? And if you notice something, there's zero coding in any of the above activities. Now let's address the elephant in the room. So as a business analyst, do you need to code? The short answer is no. You don't need to worry about syntax or debugging. However, technical awareness is extremely valuable. And by technical awareness, I mean understanding how the systems work together. For example, what is a database? You don't need to write SQL queries, but knowing that databases store and organize data helps you ask better questions. Then you don't need to build an API, but understanding how the APIs connect different systems helps you define integration requirements. And if you ask me, does this matter? Of course, it matters a lot. And it matters so that you don't ask a developer for something that's technically impossible. So when a developer says that feature will require maybe a major database restructuring, you need to understand what that means. You need to ask good follow-up questions like how major, what's the impact, are there any alternatives? So you are not doing their job, but you are communicating effectively. Knowing the basics of how the tech works helps you earn respect from the dev team. It allows you to ask right questions, and that's how you provide value without ever touching a compiler. Now, to summarize, both BAs and programmers, they are essential to successful projects. but they do completely different jobs requiring completely different skills. The world has enough coders. It needs more people who can solve problems and communicate. If you are a critical thinker who loves tech but hates the idea of staring at a coding terminal all the day, business analyst, it might be your perfect career. I hope you liked watching this video. Thank you for your time. Enjoy.